Hello everyone, I am Surya, an undergraduate student from Lendi Engineering College, Department of Mechanical Engineering. I and my team are here to produce a beautiful debate on the topic listening versus speaking.
Hello everyone, I am Ganesh Karthik and this is my team. We are debating about the topic is speaking versus listening, and we choose listening.
Yeah,
Listening is the foundation of the communication. Listening is the foundation of the communication.
Without speaking, how can you listen? Without speaking, how can you listen? So speaking is the best and better.
Without without listening, we cannot understand the message.
By speaking only you can listen, right? So speaking is the best, and we can express our ideas by
Listening
speaking.
helps us. Listening helps us. Listening shows respect and patience.
By speaking, we can communicate with
Good listener builds strong relationships.
See, these are all called statements you are giving. You have to give proof or example or an explanation of a validation also. What did you say just now? Good listener?
Uh, Builds strong relationships.
Okay, how for example, like that you can give an example. Okay? If you are in a group, if you are talking continuously, you cannot build a good relationship. Only if you follow the listening, if you follow others' words, if you listen to others, then only you can build a good relationship. So I say better listening is better than speaking. Ani, అక్కడ stop. And we have a quotation also, good listener always bears the speaker. But nobody said good speaker is a good listener. And so like a common point is there.
How to pronounce it, then only we can able to speak, right? That's what you can do that.
Yeah.
Like
There's some purpose. It is which one? You're on live. Yes. Next.
Listening is more important.
Listening is more important.
Understanding comes first. We can listen carefully. You cannot understand, misunderstand.
by speaking you can understand how I am pronouncing and what I am telling.
Improves responses. We can listen carefully. You cannot misunderstand what others are saying.
Speaking builds communication active.
Listening makes more knowledge. Speaking improves communication.
Not audible and like. Yes.
Speaking improves communication skills. Listening builds confidence. Speaking
Speaking helps us share our thoughts, expressions.
Listening is
We can develop a relationship between the people. Complete the sentence.
What did you say, ma'am? Just say it one more time. Speaking.
Help us
Speaking help us.
communication
Okay. Speaking help us to communicate better. And definitely, for example, if you have some thoughts, how much time you listen? You have to share, right? For that, speaking is required. So I think speaking is better than listening. I'll share for you, okay?
Good listening helps to clear the misunderstanding because it can helps us to in clear communications and effective communications.
Speaking only decides whether we listen and understand the concept well. If you speak something, you get to know how much you understood by listening.
Speaking helps in problem solving, better discussions, better optimizations.
Listening can improve knowledge and learning. We can gain new ideas and knowledge from others' experience.
Speaking helps in leadership qualities that gives the promotion career growth.
A good listener can be a good speaker. We can give understanding response and meaningful response
The
by
people who
listening.
speak well are better to able express their emotions.
For example, like speaking is better because you can only want to share your thoughts. Speaking is the only way to share. So I think speaking is the better answer. What is for you? If nobody is listening to your thoughts, how will you share your thoughts? So I said listening is the best. Okay.
You know what? In LSR sequence, stands first because when you listen, then only you can speak.
Listening can give positive impressions.
Actually, I don't believe that. Speaking helps in better clearing discussions.
That is very good. Actually, I don't believe that. Give us some kind of cases like that. Okay.
First we listen, then we want to speak something.
Actually, we give more priority to the speaking than the listening for the better aspect.
Next speaker. From your side, the next speaker. Give it to the next person. Yeah. Very good.
Without listening, how can you speak? If suppose if in classes sir will say the lesson, without listening, how can you explain to someone?
Can you repeat your question?
It's not question. It's not question. I am just explaining.
Okay. Okay, one more.
Lis- lis- listening is without listening. How can you speak? If in classes, without listening, without listening the lecture of class, how can you explain someone?
When the teacher is explaining means he's speaking, then only you can listen, right?
We want the important thing is we want to listen. We want to listen.
You are listening because someone is already speaking.
Without listening, you don't know the topic. No. Without
Without-
listening,
Without listening, how did you learn the
how,
topic?
how did you learn?
Listening is one of the receptive skill. When you repeat something, you can produce something in a speaking skill.
Shall we change the topic? Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. I'm K. Srivalli from Mechanical B section. Today I'm with my team to present about self-study versus group study, and we choose self-study.
Good evening, everyone. I am B. Litita. I am from Team 1. We are supposed to support group study.
Self-study is important than group study. In self-study, there will be no distractions.
No, but in group studies, we can share our knowledge with friends. So we can gain more knowledge.
In self-study, we can teach ourselves, and we can watch online. We can watch online to gain more subject.
But in group studies, we can reduce our stress by discussing.
While you're discussing, you may distract and you can talk about something.
Why we are discussing about studies? No.
Not only one person here. So members together you can debate from your side.
When we study on our own, we can learn how much we have revised our topic.
Okay, but by our friends, we can.
Helps in group study clearly doubts solve.
But in self-study, we can improve our doubt, improve our where you self-exploration, where you are low at the subject, and you can have more confidence in that.
Self-study is the foundation of true learning.
Yes, but in
Yes.
in groups in group studies we can know our mistakes and reiterate by our friends. No, we can solve by.
When we study on our own, we can understand our own topic, and we can explain to ourselves why we need group studies.
Why we need self study?
We'll get more time to read.
The gathering will require some time. You have to gather in one house.
Gathering required time. It's a time waste for studies, right?
Self-study, we don't waste the time. What do you say?
But in self study, there are many doubts. We can feel stress. By group studies, by discussing, we can reduce our stress.
And we can get motivated from friends.
I'm not saying group.
Speakers change. Give it again. Drop one drawing. That's an expression. Okay. Go ahead. The same expression. What did I say? See, it's like in group studies now. I prepared one topic and my friend prepared one topic. And all together it's like a win-win situation. Within less time we studied and we learned everything. But in self-study it's not possible. No, don't forget the mobile phone. Yes, yeah.
Group study is helps in sharing knowledge with our friends.
Self-study reveals our true potential.
But
Sir.
but if I,
Because we can analyze the strengths and weakness in self-study.
but if we have any doubts, we can clarify with our group study because we have so many friends and teachers like.
Even in self-study also, we can rectify of our own.
In self-study, we have our own analysis which helps in better results.
We have many principles that rectify the doubts.
But sometimes we don't strike the answer. So group study can we have so many people.
Even the
We have
top
chance-
rankers in
we
the
have so many
topmost
chances.
exams are believing that self-study is more better than group study.
So many research has been done.
Marley, please go quickly. Give it to Marley.
He has an idea, which are able to get into the board.
Don't wait for your turn. If you have idea, please
Come forward and give away your
In a self-study, you don't know any topic, you can stop here. But group study, some people help us our topics and explain this.
The topmost university, Cambridge University, also believe that self-study is better.
Groups.
Do you have that evidence? You can answer. You have that evidence. When it was published, you can ask when. I have 2 minutes. Debate.
UPSC exam students also prepare only self-study, but studying with others it helps us to good communicate and but it is time waste by studying. Why would you think like that?
In recent times of India, I have seen the article.
In recent times of India, I have seen an article self-study is best, but different people has different ideas, right? You should give proof, not questions. Don't ask questions. Studying with others is when we study with others, we are very active and more confident. That's it. It is very easily understand. Self study also it is understand. When study with others, student has different way of learning. When we know when we don't know anything about the topic, friends will support you and they guide you. But here we have sources, so many sources by self studying. Sometimes the sources will not be available.
Speakers change. Next speaker.
Next ఇంకొకరు point. Group study is better to improve communication skills and teamwork skills.
Self-study improve thoughts and without depending others.
It builds confidence also.
Self-study also builds confidence.
It makes difficult to easier subjects.
Self-study improves.
Any doubts, clarifies friends only.
We can pause and revise if you have any doubt in the subject.
Friends also clarify the doubts.
But if you sit there independently and you can set your own doubts.
But any doubts clarifies only friends.
Why you should depend on somebody? You guys have both same knowledge, right?
Sharing doubts clarifies.
Don't you have sources?
You have to turn here so that podium. Last 2 minutes. Next speaker.
Self-study builds discipline, independence, and it helps us to manage time.
Yes, but in self-study, you can read only your topic. But in group studies, I have some knowledge and my friend have some knowledge. We can share and discuss it, no?
Can you give a statistical analysis on group study based
Can
on
you
your
give
point?
a statistical analysis on self-study?
Yeah, surely. Cambridge has already proved in 2011.
Do you have any evidence?
Yeah, it have been researched on 10 lakh people.
When it is published?
2011. Article Times of India.
But I can choose only group study.
Why? Can you give your analysis?
We can improve our communication skills.
I asked analysis, not supporting the statements.
Okay, last 1 minute. Please try to conclude the discussion. The
Group
debate.
studies, group discussions are happening in the all kind of, major decision making. Even our country nations, if they want to make, to stop the war also, they have discussed. That is the power of group discussion, group study. Not only group discussion, group study, everything you can add in that. With one single decision, you can't make. In group discussion only, the decision has come out.
We can in
Major decision making.
in major decision making we can take help by others, and we can take opinions of others.
Last 30 seconds.
The most important decisions in our life are made by self-proven and self-driven.
Yes, but in some critical times we can confuse.
Last 20 seconds.
I'm not saying group study is useless. It is about discussion. But in self-study, real learning happens in only self-study. When you find yourself where you are lowest at your point.
Okay, but in self study we may get confused and imbalanced in some situations, but in group study we can take our friends helps and manage the situation.
You can use some sources in online.
Yes, but we can't understand sometimes,
You can use teachers' help.
but friends can explain more better than teachers.
We prefer peers rather than the teachers.
Okay, finally conclude it. Conclude it. From your side. Please come and start you. Right, Surya, please. Go ahead.
Until now, we have been debated on the topic.
Look at the camera.
Yeah. Until now, we have been given, I and my team have been debated on the topic self-study.
Both self-study and group study are better. Self-study is it builds self-confidence, and group.
We have been got our opinions and we have been not able to give a final conclusion. And now it's your time. And it's now your time to give a final conclusion. Please leave a comment and tell us. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Iswarao. Me and our teammates chosen the villages life. Now we want to prove villages life is. Now we want to prove that village life is better than the city life.
Why is confusion? Just go ahead.
Village life is better because in village life there is a fresh environment and peaceful life. In neighbors also will help us in many situations. We did not get sick regularly. In city life there is more pollution and noise. We cannot live properly in city life.
City life also have many advantages. Uh, like city has many education opportunities and
In village life also there is schools and colleges. In there are many people who got ranks in uh, government colleges and government schools also.
in city life also there are many international schools and international colleges and they also got the best ranks.
But in village, but in village life, there are more people who did not get properly study. They have they have learned by themselves, and
Those who are
they get
standing
ranks.
beside the glass doors should be very careful. You're not supposed to lie on that. And those who are standing before mirror also should be very careful.
I
Why that
think
magazine
city
is
life
still
has
here?
better transportations. Like we can transport anything in very few minutes.
Village life, uh, transportation is easy, but
Next speaker from this side and this side. Yeah.
In,
Stand here to the podium.
in city there is good. In city the transportation was very good. I mean, in city there was bus transportation, railway transportation, metro.
Okay,
And
let's all take a break intermittently. Just a pause. Everywhere, everybody be still. Stop the live for a while. Not live, just pause it. All the mechanical B in students, no patient to take up a certificate. ఎవరెవరు
In city, the transportation facility was very good. The transportation was done by buses, metros, and so we can reach our destination very simply and easily, conveniently. But in villages there is no, less transportation and not good on transportation. Then transportation gives some job opportunities to the companies.
Why can you build transportations in village? Why can you build transportations in village?
In village, the transportation was mostly by not by sand. In
Please, ఆగండ్రా.
in city, the transportation was transported in roads. There are different types of roads are like concrete roads and CC roads. And most of the companies are in cities that finally give the job opportunity to the youth.
Villages have clean areas and less pollutions and don't traffic pollutions and availability of organic vegetables and fruits and milks and grains. And also village peoples are someone to help in each other and closed bonds.
The traffic in the city was well organized in nowadays, but no there is no accidents in traffic in cities. There was and no and in present days there most of the vehicles are EVs, so there is no pollution in the.
You always, you are talking about the jobs and the facilities what are required in the city. I just you want to oppose the city, villages only. What no, you are not doing that.
I'm not opposing the village
In
life,
villages we can have self.
but city there was job opportunities like IT companies and so many IT sectors.
It is about city life and village life, but you are talking about the job requirements.
In city life there was job opportunities, but and one of the most important thing in city life is education. We city life provides different types of educations like in school there was state and CBSE educations there. In education children can choose whatever they want.
Nowadays, government also improving the developing the villages also with many more facilities for learning.
Village is just in developing stage, but city is also in education in city was very well developed.
Most of the members are going from villages to build to develop the cities.
Your peer was talking about education, but uh, your your peer was talking about education, but lack of education is not lack of naturality is not education. We are we all have peaceful nature and we have individual education, some knowledge in village life.
But in cities, we have developed schools, colleges. Due to education, we get jobs. So many job opportunities are available in cities than villages.
Also, villagers also have more job opportunities compared to cities,
But
like
villagers do
self-employments,
jobs in cities only, no?
like self-employments, uh, we can lead our life with all the people in the villages.
We can also lead in cities also, no? So many jobs are available in cities only than villages.
Compared to city people, village peoples are can do more hard work.
Yesterday also your brother.
They do hard work, but in we have so much of talent, and that hard work and talent in school village cities is only, no?
Even every city, once upon a village, it is just a developing, not at all better than village.
Next.
In city life, the people who are studying in corporate schools, they did not know how to behave properly in outside. In village, the people who are studying in rural areas, they are they are know how to behave in
How can you say?
outside, and in society, how to they know behave properly.
How can you say that?
How can you say that villagers give more respect?
Corporate schools, who are studying in corporate schools, they don't know how to behave properly with others.
Did you don't know? Did you don't know? Did you don't know?
Government.
Huh? Government. What government? What
Governments,
government?
they are my friend is there in an who studied in a government school. He know how to behave properly, and how to uh, uh, behave in outside with people.
The topic is not about education, it about cities and villages.
So first, entered about in education. We are not entered in education.
We are saying our advantages in cities. It's a part of city.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. In cities, there are more pollution and noise. They feel stress and uncomfortability. In village life, the people who are in village, they get fresh air and water, and they can live peacefully and have fresh mind.
For transportation, we have good roads. Is there, no?
Talking about the quality of life in village and
Village peoples are very hard work and show patience, and the city peoples are used in many machines like washing machines.
We are thinking smart.
not a short statement. You have to give a simple statement.
Villages are safe and simple life, and calm
We have
surroundings
so
and
many entertainment platforms, theaters, malls, etc.
village life is calm surroundings and reduce the tensions. Uh,
Next speaker from your side.
We also have better safety and services, like we have uh, police stations, and we can solve anything easily within minutes by using police, and emergency issues we can solve easily.
What's your name, ma'am? We don't have such kind of problems in villages, so no need to worry about all those things that are realistic. Go.
Which kind of problems in villages?
I think village don't have some facilities like fire system, police stations, and you can't solve anything easily. You can't solve any emergency issues.
That's the question. If you have answer, anybody can answer to that. You don't have any facilities like fire system, police systems in villages.
In villages, sir, all people sir helps in come together in house villages.
But it is not, I think, but it is not that much of helpful uh, if in emergency situations.
Raja sir to come here. May I ask Raja sir to come here once? May I request somebody else to support him? Is there any teacher? Rani ma'am.
Villages life is a less stress and peaceful life, and better environment and better environment and connections of people better than the city people.
Not in city life provide the have best infrastructure like electricity, internet, and so through internet we can connect throughout the world, and some people got peacefulness on internet.
How you get the peaceful life of internet? Can you explain?
Can you repeat once again?
City life provides the best infrastructure like electricity, water, internet, and most of and so that so city life is my in my opinion city life is the best to live.
But in village life also there are electricity and all things necessary for human beings, and I think it is not better in the city life because the person who in who lives in city life there is more consumption of electricity and wasting of water and polluting the water.
In city the electricity is most of the in solar panels, so we can produce electricity with eco-friendly. There is no consumption of high electricity in city life, and the water also and it's all organized in well organized in water water supply. But in city there was electricity in between 2 to 3 hours per day.
City life, the people who are lives, they leave the fans and lights do not. In village life, we are all living with organic life and fresh fresh.
You can't survive, but in villages you can survive without electricity also.
In village life, we can survive without electricity, but in city life, who are lives, they cannot survive without electricity. It is more essential for city life who electricity in city life people.
Next speaker.
Can you repeat your can you repeat your teammate opinion about the electricity in city life?
You have to listen to
Referee shifting, you are asking the question.
This is the first time I'm speaking.
Okay, go with your own point.
In city life, we have many options for the entertainment, for a better life. We have malls to roam around with our friends, and we have entertainment like movies we can go, and we can spend time with our families in the malls. We can enjoy with our friends. We can also go to the many places like parks. In Vizag, there are many places. It is also a city life. It has Kailasgiri, RK Beach. We can go with our family and we can spend a beautiful life.
Though we have sightseeing, but on festivals like Sankranti,
We will we will more enjoy with our family by going outside fields, and we can swim in the wells. We will enjoy with more with fam on festivals. On festivals we can enjoy more with our family while gathering together.
Of course, we can enjoy our festivals in the city life. We can celebrate Deepavali very happily with our the neighborhood.
But you will enjoy with air pollution.
Huh?
But in villages there is no pollution. We can enjoy without pollution.
In
But
villages,
in
you
village
didn't fire crackers in Deepavali.
fire, but more there is no more pollution. But in cities there is more pollution.
Nowadays, city life also
Next speaker, next speaker.
Huh?
If you did not participate, you won't get marked, only 0.
Cities offers the best technologies like AI and better opportunities in cities comparing to village life.
all great people come from village only.
All great people
How can you say
come
that?
from villages.
And also cities, we can.
Many people come from villages like APJ Abdul Kalam.
But also there are a lot of village people now in AI sector.
Our Prime Minister also come from villages.
Which Prime Minister?
Without technology, there is no progress. See, without technology, there is no progress in the world.
Village people shows a strong relationship with others, and
In cities life, we have a lot of road facilities and also economical growth in cities comparing to village life.
economical
For
growth coming
example,
from farming.
It's only from farming.
Economical growth
It's only from a farming.
from farming also.
Yeah, but we have a lot of road specialties in a cities comparing to village. Suppose if you have a sudden disease in a village, you can't call an ambulance at a right time comparing to cities.
Nowadays, villages are also very developed.
We are in a initial stage.
In villages, there is no emergency because the people are very healthy and healthy.
How can you say that?
Because they eat healthy food and because they
How can you say that?
because
Suppose
they
you have some disease and suddenly
because in villages there is no pollution. They eat healthy food and they will work very hard
So there is less.
Yeah, yeah. In cities, we are also hitting a gym and
As compared to village life, city life has more job opportunities. Do you believe
But
that?
in villages, there is more self-employment.
Now, what is self?
By doing farming, self-business.
Only farming. Villages are coming to city life for doing jobs.
But
Do you agree?
But a job can't replace farming because farmer will produce food to a city.
Nowadays, farming also decreasing. Do you know? All villages are coming.
But there is no farming in cities. Only villages there is farming.
Next one from your side. Next one. Your side, next one. Last two speakers. Next one, come quickly.
Cities are connected with people to ideas and technology and growth.
Village life peoples are shared their problems, someone each other, and then reduce their problems and tensions.
Oh, so good.
Village life peoples are shared their problems and then reduce their problems and tensions. But the city peoples are busy their jobs.
We can spend then family and weekends.
Village life is safe and simple life, lower crime rates, and favor completion in daily life.
I agree, but
Okay, can you please conclude? Conclude the discussion. How people How Surya has concluded the discussion for the day. Please conclude. From your side, yes, please come. Conclude.
So far, we we done a wonderful debate on village life versus city life. Every the villagers life have their opinions and city life they have opinions. So we want to conclude this the debate on by time and this. Okay, thank you everyone.
In village, in village life, the people who live have peace and peace. Village life, the people who are lives, they have peace, simplicity, and nature. And peaceful life and good nature and organic food, fresh water and air. I think, uh, in my opinion, village life are very best.
Hello. Seat 3. Yeah, please stand there. Now you watched the debate, gives the debate between city and village life. Now we want to know which city, which line you support. Give a comment here. Okay, much. Go ahead, start.
Okay, till now you watched the beautiful debate between village life and city life. You all observed our opinions. Can you please, which life you can support? Give a comment. Thank you.